It's come to my attention that a Rockstar Games Iceberg video has not been made yet, so I've decided to break down the entire Rockstar Games Iceberg, all 126 entries. Of course, special thank you to user Zealous on Reddit for creating this excellent iceberg chart, link in the description below. For those who don't know, an iceberg chart is a collection of facts or pieces of information surrounding a subject that goes from most well-known, shown at the top of the iceberg, to obscure and semi-lost information closer to the bottom of the iceberg. There are spoilers to GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 in this video, so I'm not gonna waste your guys' time anymore. Let's sink right into it. Rockstar has been criticized many times for letting Grand Theft Auto Online live as long as it has. Before GTA Online, Rockstar was releasing games yearly, but after the success of the online service, they've been slowing down the releases. However, I think a lot of it is just because they have raised their standard immensely, and games like Red Dead Redemption 2 can't just come out every year or two. Rockstar actually acknowledged the prolonged lifespan of GTA Online right before they announced GTA 6 for the first time back in 2022. Take-Two Interactive is Rockstar's parent company. They also own 2K, and their CEO is Strauss Zelnick. They acquired Rockstar Games in 2002, and there's not much else to say about the topic. Grand Theft Auto 6 is actually the 15th game in the GTA series. It is the most anticipated video game of all time, since GTA 5 has sold over 190 million copies, and it's been out for 10 plus years now. Fans and newcomers alike are waiting not so patiently for the much needed breath of fresh air in the series. It will take place in Vice City, GTA's parody of Miami, and will bring a satirical twist to the modern world, such as their parody of social media and American culture. The game is said to have a Bonnie and Clyde inspired story, with the main protagonists being a couple known as Jason and Lucia. In September of 2022, a hacker group known as Lapsus leaked over 90 videos of Grand Theft Auto 6 testing footage to the public. Prior to this moment, nobody had any idea what the game looked like. We learned the protagonists were a couple, it was set in Vice City, and it took place in the modern day. Many key things about GTA 6 were leaked at that time. It was such a catastrophe within the company that Rockstar even responded to it, which is so rare because Rockstar never comments on anything. I remember the morning of the leaks. I was really sick and I went to the bathroom to throw up, and when I was washing my hands, one of the guys I lived with went, "GTA 6 just leaked." And you know, I stepped back and I went, I've heard it all before. So I went back to my room, I found my phone, and I went online to see that he was right. And I was shocked. I mean, I had to pinch myself. I thought I was so sick, maybe I died or something, maybe I'm in heaven, but no, it was real. I loved everything I saw. I don't understand the people who thought the leaks looked bad. In my opinion, I thought for early testing footage, the game looked amazing. In time, the hacker was revealed to be a teenager named Ariane Curtage. GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas are iconic games that will always be remembered as long as gaming exists. Well, for the 20th anniversary for Grand Theft Auto 3, Rockstar announced a special surprise for the fans. It was revealed to be remasters of the 3 legendary titles. However, when release day came, there were many problems. A lot of people didn't like the art style, but the main issue was the $80 price tag, with no changes to the original games whatsoever except a few missing features. So arguably, it should have been less money than the originals. It was an absolute mess, and Grove Street Games, the developers behind the project, will probably never recover their reputation after the atrocity that was the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition. Dan Houser, former Rockstar legend, was talking about the crunch during Red Dead Redemption 2's development. That's not so legendary. And he said that they were working 100-hour work weeks to make sure the game would come out on time and in good condition. Since then, Rockstar has cut down on crunch culture and has made the work environment much more inviting. Take-Two Interactive hands out copyright strikes like Santa Claus hands out toys at Christmas. There have been many projects that have taken fans months or years to perfect. However, if the project gets good enough to draw fans away from the original game, Take-Two takes it away. For example, they removed a bunch of graphics mods for GTA 4 and some VR mods for Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5. It's a shame because Rockstar used to be very inviting to their modding community, but now it seems like Take-Two is doubling down on stopping the modding community once and for all. Rockstar uses Grand Theft Auto to parody the modern world. In GTA 5, Rockstar parodied Facebook with their fictional app Life Invader. There's even a mission where you assassinate the CEO of Life Invader, who is a clear parody of Mark Zuckerberg.
The Life Invader mobile device. Yes, we've invented something. Oh, hold on a sec. I think someone's trying to dock with me. Hello?
GTA is known to parody society. I think one of my favorite things about GTA 5 is the clothing store girls.
What about a vest and some cargo shorts? Yup, that's as youthful as you're gonna get. Dignity aside, I think that might just work.
Hashtag Save Red Dead Online was a protest held by the community where everybody dressed up as clowns to rise up against Rockstar and tell them as a crowd that the people want content. In response, Rockstar did nothing. Well, they did release a naturalist update, but that would have happened no matter what. Red Dead Online doesn't bring in nearly as much money as GTA Online, so most of the team, according to Jason Schreier, a reliable insider, moved over to GTA 6 or left the company as a whole, leading to the contentless desert Red Dead Online is today. It's so sad because, in my opinion, Red Dead Online is the biggest waste of potential ever made, ever. If I could have one wish, it would be to bring Red Dead Online back to life, because as it is now, the game is amazing, especially just because it's built on the foundation that is Red Dead Redemption 2. All Rockstar needs to do is just fix it. Remove the modders and the hackers and actually do something about that. Properties, heists, the code for that is already in the game.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Is such an iconic line that's been joked about so much. Rockstar even referenced it in the tweet linking the GTA 6 trailer. There's also classics like Big Smoke's
"You picked the wrong house, fool!"
Hey, Big Smoke!
and his extremely long order at Cluckenbell, which somebody actually ordered in real life and ate.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
In 2020, PlayStation announced the PS5, the first console to use an SSD and was powerful enough to handle real-time ray tracing. Well, Rockstar was the opening show, so to celebrate this incredible achievement for console gaming, they announced Grand Theft Auto 5 again. They didn't even show new gameplay in the trailer. A lot of the shots in the PS5 announcement were from the PlayStation 3. As a result, Expanded and Enhanced was torn apart by the community, and the trailer for it has quite a lot of dislikes. It's crazy because even after all the hate Rockstar was getting for the quote remaster, the game has virtually no changes to the originals except for some removed jokes. Cameo is a service where you can pay your favorite celebrity to say something for you, whether it's a happy birthday wish or calling somebody sus among us.
Oh man, you've been seeming sus lately.
Stephen Ogg, the voice actor for Trevor, accepted money from a fan to basically give a pep talk to the GTA 6 protagonists Jason and Lucia. When he sent the video back, it was not at all what the fan expected.
Well. Jason, Lucia, what the duck-a-duck-a-do? Good old Hugo Montego wanted a little message sent to you. That's who you can thank, or not thank, or say, why the f did you do this for me? That's up to you. I'll leave that up to your judgment. He wanted me to give you this message from Trevor, which, of course, I'm not Trevor. My name is Steven. Look at us, driving around together. You know, that's kind of fun.
Steven was clearly angry in the video that he was being told to act as Trevor, since in his words, Trevor is a cartoon. He technically did the cameo, but not at all to the quality that should be expected. I think that Steven has a hard time now associating with Trevor since his career was built off that character, and even though he's played in Better Call Saul and The Walking Dead, he will probably never be able to get rid of the public perception of him being Trevor Phillips. Dan and Sam Houser founded Rockstar Games together. The brothers are rarely seen in public, but are living legends in the community. As of now, Sam Houser is the only brother left in Rockstar Games. However, Dan opened his own gaming company called Absurd Ventures.
Tell you what, my boy, you tell me exactly what you want, and I will very carefully explain to you why it cannot be. What?
Bully 2 has been cancelled about 3 times now. However, there was a working build back in 2009 that had grass that would grow over time, very deep parkour mechanics, and a few missions. One of the developers stated it was around 8 hours of gameplay, but unfortunately it was scrapped in favor of Max Payne 3, which is fine. Max Payne 3 is a great game, but personally, I would love to see a sequel made for Bully. Leslie Benzies was one of the lead creative minds behind Rockstar Stories. He took a break from the company in 2014 and officially left in 2016. After his leave, he created his own company, Build a Rocket Boy, and they're currently working on a video game called Everywhere, which is a massive game creation kit. Mount Chiliad in GTA 5 is the tallest mountain in the game, sitting at 2,619 feet above sea level. There are a lot of mysteries surrounding this mysterious location, pointing at ghosts, UFOs, and possibly something living inside of the mountain. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to uncovering the mystery of Mount Chiliad, and new information is being discovered all the time. Oh no, not this one. Rockstar always aims for an M for mature 17+ ESRB rating, and they really stretch the possibilities of what's okay in an M game to their fullest. Well, when San Andreas was close to release, the game included a minigame where you could have sex with your girlfriend. Because of the nudity shown, the game received an 18+ rating, making it much more difficult for the general public to access. To avoid this and maintain the M rating the Grand Theft Auto series always had, Dan Houser decided to remove the minigame entirely, but with mods, it's possible to enable the minigame on the PC version. Rockstar always refers to their games in development under a code. Grand Theft Auto 5 was codenamed Rush, and the PC port for Red Dead Redemption 2 was codenamed Bonaire. Well, Project Americas was leaked by an insider to be Rockstar's next project, and many believed it to be GTA 6. The leak revealed a bunch of information about the game, including a Narcos-inspired story, semi-realistic gameplay, and a map where you can visit multiple states in America, including South America. Going back to the 2022 leaks that we talked about earlier, the file names for all of those videos were titled Americas, which meant the Project Americas leak was true. However, in 2022, Jason Schreier, a reputable journalist, revealed that GTA 6's codename is indeed Project Americas, because the game would feature multiple locations. However, it was scaled down to just feature GTA's parody of Miami, that being Vice City and its surrounding areas. Personally, I think this was an amazing decision. I'd rather have a smaller map packed with content than a massive map with big spaces of nothing to fill in the gaps, because that's what GTA 5 felt like, and I hope that GTA 6 fills in those areas with content. When GTA San Andreas came out, children all over the world were looking for Bigfoot in the forest. While there is no such Bigfoot in the game, a lot of people will spend time looking for him because rumor is that he hides out in the woods. It's interesting how history repeats itself because the exact same thing happened with Minecraft, when millions of children, including myself, were on a search for a fictional monster known as Herobrine. In Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5, there are missions that include Bigfoot, so it's clear that Rockstar has a fascination with strange creatures in their games.
You eat babies. You have to survive. Everyone knows that. Ain't your fault.
We eat berries and mushrooms, you fool. But we did. Now none of us are left.
In Red Dead Redemption 2, Dutch is always talking about his grand plan to lead the gang to a better life outside of America. His plan fails on a multitude of occasions, and the way he combats the failure every time is by reassuring the gang that yes, he has a plan. The phrase has become a bit of a meme in the Red Dead community, and it's probably the most recognized quote from the game. Grand Theft Auto is notorious for sharing the same universe across their games. GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City share a universe, and GTA 4, 5, and 6 share a universe. However, some think that Red Dead Redemption was canon in the GTA universe because of a book on Franklin's bookshelf called Red Dead by Jay Marston. Jack Marston, the son of the protagonist from the first game, is a literature enthusiast, and he is always seen reading something in the first and second game. So it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to assume he wrote about his experience growing up with outlaws and called it Red Dead, which is what we see in the GTA universe. At the end of the second mission in GTA 5, Lamar asks to be let inside Franklin's house and he declines. Lamar proceeds to tear him apart and most importantly, insult his haircut.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with. Nigga.
What?
This moment in the game has not only become a meme in the GTA community, but one known worldwide, including countries where some people didn't even know what he was saying.
What?
Micah is a character in Red Dead Redemption 2 who can't keep his cool and is always finding some way to stir up trouble, while Arthur, at least dishonorable Arthur, only kills when he has to and does whatever he can to support the gang. Micah, on the other hand, looks for a chance to kill and shows no sign of empathy towards anybody. It's really easy to dislike Micah from the beginning of the game, and I don't want to spoil anything in this entry, but that hatred only grows over time. Dark Viper AU is a GTA speedrunner who's known for many iconic sentences.
What? There aren't cougars in missions! You disingenuous, dense motherfucker. Obviously you have to know something about something or you couldn't tie your shoes!
He's so well known in the community that the voice actor for Michael DeSanta in GTA 5, that being Ned Luke, even made a joke about his outfit on livestream.
Hey, look at that. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm Dark Viper.
Tom Henderson, like Jason Schreier, is a reliable insider in the GTA community. He was the first to claim GTA 6 was set in modern-day Vice City, and has gotten information right on numerous occasions. Well, in July of 2021, he made a GTA 6 themed drawing that had a jetpack, a pillar shooting to the sky, and some palm trees representing Vice City. To this day, this drawing confuses me, but it could have just been something for fun and not representing any actual information. But it does beg the question if jetpacks will be seen in GTA 6. They were in San Andreas, and personally, I would love to see a return to the item. In the GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition, there's a wall with pictures of GTA locations we know of with a UFO hovering over them. Well, there's one picture of a house that is not in any Rockstar game that we know of. However, it does resemble the houses you'd see in Miami. So this has led a lot of people to believe that this picture is a screenshot from GTA 6. In Grand Theft Auto Online, cars are constantly driving into players, and in recent years, it seems to be happening more than ever. A lot of people believe it's the game's outdated code crumbling under the massive scope of updates that Online is receiving, which would definitely explain the Southern Ontario type drivers that appear in GTA 5. In one of Rockstar's best games, L.A. Noire, you play as a detective and you can interview people who may have known something about the crime. You can believe them, doubt them, or accuse them of lying. X to Doubt has become a meme that's grown quite well, like GTA 5's yee-ass haircut, and it can be seen all over the internet. Rockstar used to hire celebrities to voice prominent characters in their games. One of the big actors they casted was Samuel L. Jackson, who played a corrupt cop in GTA San Andreas, known as Officer Tenpenny. I don't know who else could have done the character as well as Samuel L. Jackson, because he absolutely nailed the role.
I'll take that, Hernandez.
Hey, that's my paper, man. That's money.
This is drug money.
My money, man.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll fill it out later.
Welcome home, Carl. Glad to be back. You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
Hell no, Officer Tenpenny.
At first, I didn't know what this meant, so I just wrote in my script that I assumed it was referring to the N icon on every single mini-map on every Rockstar game. I contacted the creator of the Iceberg, and they confirmed my suspicions. The N on the minimap represents north, although some people think it's a location, which is kind of funny. In GTA 5, though, if you use mods, you can actually reach the N icon on the map, which is pretty interesting. Being a GTA clone is a spectrum, because at the low functioning end, you have the terrible mobile ports that don't even try to separate themselves, but on the high functioning end, you have Saints Row, which brings its own twist to the GTA formula. Many consider games like Sleeping Dogs a GTA clone, but I would disagree. I think Sleeping Dogs is a very original game, and I'd recommend anybody play it if they enjoy action-packed story games. The game goes on sale for about $2 on Steam, and judging by today's economy, that'll probably take you about 6 days to work up to. Tez2 is a data miner who makes really good educated guesses on Grand Theft Auto. Many confuse him as an insider, which just isn't true. Sometimes he hits, sometimes he misses, but regardless of his title, he's a well-respected individual in the Rockstar Games community. Young Melee was the voice actor for CJ from GTA San Andreas. He's cousins with Sean Fontano, voice of Franklin Clinton from GTA 5, and in recent years, he's been frustrated with his association to Rockstar. Most likely because every time he posts something on Instagram or any other social media platform, the comments are always GTA San Andreas references, and it must be hard always being associated with your past, even if it was legendary. Another reason he doesn't like Rockstar is because of how underpaid he was for his work. considering how Rockstar is making billions off of the franchise and the actors don't even see 10% of that. Many don't know, but Ned Luke actually did some voice acting for Red Dead Redemption 2, but nowhere in the game can you hear his voice. That's because he voiced a random moonshiner. And it's pretty clear that this is his motion capture, judging by the body language, but in the end, Rockstar changed over the voice of the character in favor of an unrecognizable one. Because while hearing Michael's voice in Red Dead would be cool, it would break immersion. In the Cayo Perico teaser trailer, Rockstar put these mysterious coordinates at the bottom of the screen. If you type in these coordinates into Google Maps, they lead you to this road that looks like the Roman numerals for 6. At this point in time, Rockstar hadn't announced GTA 6, so fans were going crazy believing this was Rockstar teasing the game for the first time. In the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, Grove Street Games censored the Confederate flag on Phil Cassidy's shirt and replaced it with a skull. Playing any Rockstar Online experience on PC is absolutely terrible because of the amount of hackers that plague GTA and Red Dead Online. There was one notorious hacker known as Balls Torture who would spam invites to the player even if they were in the story mode. Cheaters can screw you at any point in time, and I even made a post to the Red Dead Online Reddit recently expressing my distaste for the way cheaters behave in Red Dead Online. Back in the day, Rockstar made this tweet, and it's really aged like milk, considering they don't even try to fix their servers anymore. Although, it looks like they're reworking the anti-cheat in GTA 6 Online. So, we'll see how that turns out in 2025. I really hope that if the anti-cheat works well enough, they'll let PC and console play together. Because I know a lot of people that play Red Dead and GTA, but I can't hop on with them because I have a PC and not a console. Dutch, the antagonist of Red Dead Redemption 2, begins to lose his mind later in the story. This all begins to happen after he hurts his head in a trolley accident. Fans believe that Dutch suffered a brain injury in this moment, and that it was possibly one of the contributing factors to his demise.
Took a real bang on the head back there. I'm seeing 3 of everything. Did you stay? Yeah, I'll hold him off.
Michael says a lot in the main story that he's in witness protection, but that's not actually the case, because in the eyes of the FIB, Michael is dead and was never convicted of anything. Michael has Dave, his FIB friend on payroll, to keep his identity hidden. Michael just uses the witness protection excuse to justify disappearing out of nowhere to his friends that find out he's alive. In GTA 5, enemies can get aggressive with the player, but if you pull out a firearm, they are very quick to disengage, sometimes saying the comedic line,
"I want to apologize."
The Ratman myth started in GTA 4 when a player uploaded this image to the internet. After this occurrence, many players began discussing the sightings of Ratman, and they all described him as half man, half rat. This myth was carried on to GTA 5, with players saying they've heard laughter or loud footsteps in the tunnels. While there's no concrete footage of the Ratman in GTA, he is an iconic myth that will probably make a return in GTA 6. Bully is a game about a schoolboy making his way up the student hierarchy at Bulworth Academy. It's really fun, and I remember playing it when I was 12 years old, having the time of my life. Well, over in Europe, the game had a name change because they didn't want to promote bullying over there for some odd reason. Well, the name was changed to Canis Canem Edi, which translates to dog eat dog in Latin. In GTA Vice City, the main protagonist Tommy Vercetti is voiced by Goodfellas legend Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta was very difficult to work with, according to developers of Vice City, claiming he would constantly change his enthusiasm about the project and would always groan about doing lines. When Ray Liotta was first meeting the Rockstar team, they were sitting at a steakhouse in Brooklyn, laughing and drinking about how they loved his work, and then suddenly, Ray went cold with them and said, "Why the f*** are you laughing?" The team went quiet until Ray broke his silence with, "I'm f***ing with you," and then started laughing. This behavior was constant for Ray in the studio, and when they finally finished the game, Rockstar decided to stop casting big celebrities for their projects as much as they were doing before. Rockstar occasionally does mass ban waves of modders, but sometimes innocents get caught in the crossfire. You see, modders can give any player every weapon in the game, any amount of money, and any amount of XP. Because of this, Rockstar will confuse modders and real players and will ban the wrong people. Even worse, sometimes when people contact Rockstar support to get their account back, support will just respond with, "Bans are final," and will not elaborate any further. If you ask me, that's how you win a debate. The Manhunt series is known for its brutal nature. The sequel to the first game was banned in many countries and was censored heavily so it could meet store shelves. Some of the changes included the removal of the razor, whiskey bottle, and sledgehammer weapons, the removal of facial deformation, they made Daniel's dialogue less aggressive, and a few other changes. Nothing plot changing though. Driver, developed by Reflections Interactive, has a lot of references in their games bashing the Grand Theft Auto franchise, and GTA has a lot of references bashing Driver. The reason for this feud is because the games share a similar style, and were technically competitors at the time, but GTA obviously sold a lot more copies. The protagonist of Driver is an undercover cop named John Tanner, and in GTA 3, there's a mission called Two-Face Tanner, where you have to kill an undercover cop that's, you guessed it, named Tanner. In GTA San Andreas, there's a security guard in Mad Dog's mansion playing a video game. If you listen to his dialogue, he says,
"This sucks. I mean, how can Refractions mess up so bad? Tanner, you suck ass."
Refractions messing up is obviously a reference to Reflection Interactive, and Tanner is just self-explanatory. In Driver 3, you're supposed to kill a character named Timmy Vermicelli, who wears a Hawaiian shirt and is clearly a parody of Tommy Vercetti, GTA Vice City's protagonist. It's interesting how the games clowned on each other, and I wish companies still did this today. City Morgue, a band based in New York, announced a collaboration with Rockstar Games a while back. However, nothing ever came of it. Some say the collaboration was cancelled, or it was just a cheap grab at attention. Unfortunate nothing happened with this band's music, because it would fit perfectly in a game like Grand Theft Auto.
I wanted to be a cowboy, baby. I wanted to be a cowboy.
A few years ago, people on the GTA forums discovered modern-day weapons in Red Dead Redemption 2's files, that being the L1A4 rifle, a Browning high-power pistol, and an AK-47. These are obviously weapons that have no business in 1899. They also don't appear in GTA 5, so many believe Red Dead Redemption 2 may have been used as a testing ground early on for GTA 6's weapons, considering it uses a newer version of the Rage engine compared to Grand Theft Auto 5. Michael, Trevor, and Franklin are the protagonists of Grand Theft Auto 5. Their inspiration clearly comes from the protagonists from the previous games. Franklin is similar to CJ in the way that they grew up in a similar situation and is a bit of a pushover in the story. Michael is obsessed with the 80s and is excellent at planning and executing a mission like Tommy Vercetti from Vice City. A lot of players don't know where Trevor's personality came from, but personally, I believe he was inspired by Cloud, the protagonist of GTA 3, because of the mayhem that he lives to cause. I mean, seriously, look at those eyes. Michael Hollick was the voice actor for Nico, the protagonist of Grand Theft Auto 4. He was paid $100,000 for his work, and although it's no small amount, it's certainly a little hard seeing GTA 4 make millions of dollars and not even seeing 10% of it for being the star of the game. Due to contracts with the Actors Union and Rockstar, they couldn't pay him more than that. Laszlo Jones even confirmed that Hollick isn't mad about his pay, so there's a lot of misinformation regarding the subject. Speaking of voice actors for Grand Theft Auto, Sean Fontano, voice of Franklin Clinton, plays the voice of some gang member NPCs from GTA San Andreas. His role was extremely minor, but because he was working with Rockstar early on, it was easier for him to come back with a major role. It also helped that DJ Pooh, who has ties with Rockstar, recommended him to the crew. In 2014, Rockstar officially announced single-player expansions for GTA 5 that would expand on the adventures of Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. Unfortunately, the DLC never happened because of the lucrative GTA Online updates Rockstar could push out for less effort and more income. The planned DLCs were a zombie apocalypse campaign for Franklin, an agent campaign for Trevor, and Michael would be put in the middle of an alien invasion. Personally, I would love to play an alien invasion mode as Michael. That sounds f***ing sick. They really should have finished up those DLCs for the expanded and enhanced version, but hey, can't have everything, I guess. 9/11 was an unforgettable tragedy in America. It also happened a month before GTA 3 came out, so the team at Rockstar had to scramble to remove some things from the game, including some dialogue, and most notable, the cover art, which was changed to be less violent since Dan Houser believed it to be too raw after the tragedy.
I'm about to
Me a meth head, ain't I, cowboy? Get my boy sucked from his toothless gums.
We all know Rockstar loves dirty humor. It's even apparent in the GTA 6 trailer with the plane flying by with a banner that says, "Why 69 when you can 919?" Well, GTA 5 has 69 story missions in the game, and I personally believe that was fully intentional, especially because some of the missions in GTA 5 are just cutscenes. I couldn't find this mentioned anywhere in the Iceberg chart, but there's also penises hidden everywhere in GTA 5, including the phone logo. Just classic Rockstar Games comedy. Arthur is not able to visit New Austin ever in the main story of Red Dead Redemption 2, because him and the rest of the gang are wanted dead or alive there. If he attempts to go to New Austin, he will be shot at until he's either dead or leaves the area. While he actually has unique dialogue and journal entries for New Austin, despite never being able to visit the location. So it's clear that at some point in development, he was supposed to go there, but in the final game, that content was scrapped.
So, what's this place then? Can you save me looking in my guidebook? What are you guarding, huh? The ass end of the world? You okay there, friend? You don't look too well.
The GTA community, especially GTA 6 YouTube, has a special kind of terrible reputation because of the massive amount of false information circulating the subject of Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, in 2017, Sernando, a GTA 5 YouTuber, uploaded a video called GTA 6? Unboxing my prize from Rockstar Games. In this video, he lied about Rockstar sending him GTA 6 early and unboxed this clearly fake copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. After this video, clickbait in the community went berserk, and even today, we still have YouTubers spreading false information about the game daily to earn a quick buck. It's especially easy to lie about features that will be in a game that hasn't come out yet, and because YouTube is anonymous, there's no way to prove at all that they're not a Rockstar insider. So a lot of people believe blatant lies on YouTube, which is really unfortunate. But even worse, I think it sucks that people are building their career on lying, and while their channel is thriving off false information, creators that actually put effort into their research are drowned under the algorithm. Because for a lot of people, it's much more interesting to hear, GTA 6 will have Tommy Vercetti and he will sell drugs with Jason and Lucia, instead of, so yeah, we know that the protagonist is a couple, thanks for watching. In 2020, some police officers heard a report of somebody trying to buy something with forged money. They showed up to the vehicle of the suspect, being George Floyd. George Floyd was pinned to the ground and suffocated by the officer. Around this time, Rockstar was planning on releasing a much anticipated Cops and Crooks DLC for GTA Online, which was in GTA 4 over 10 years prior. Because of the tragedy though, Rockstar decided to cancel the DLC and shut down their servers for a few hours in honor of George Floyd. Rockstar Games doesn't just shut down the game if they detect piracy, they will mess with the pirate to waste their time. For GTA 4, one of the things they'll do is make the camera permanently shaky, like it would be if the character ingested too much alcohol. In GTA Vice City's PS2 release, the game will constantly speed up and slow down, making it impossible to not get a headache while playing. There are a lot of other anti-piracy measures in Rockstar Games, however, going over all of them would make this video way too long, and after all, I have 127 things to cover, so let's move on to... You know how Rockstar bought the studio behind 5M a bit ago? Well, back in 2011, Rockstar was thinking about purchasing Team Bundy after the development of L.A. Noire. However, they discovered a lot of toxicity within the company and decided to dodge that bullet. Guarma is weird because Rockstar created a whole new ecosystem, a whole new conflict, a whole new beautifully detailed area, and let the player stay for 5 short missions. It's clear that there was supposed to be more content in Guarma, but because of development time, they had to cut it short. Roger Clark, the voice actor for Arthur Morgan, even accidentally leaked a cut mission from the game that would have taken place on the island of Guarma.
There was some fun stuff with Bill on Guarma when you do that mission trying to rescue the girl. I believe was one of the locals' nieces and or something, and you go through this with the one-armed fella Baptiste. There was some pretty funny dialogue, and when we jumped off a cliff into a little lagoon.
While L.A. Noire was released in 2011, the development started all the way back in 2004, after Rockstar began funding the project. The project took a long time because of the use of new motion capture technology, making the project a massive learning curve. Also, when development began, they had no idea what the PS3's capability would be, so during development a lot of things needed to change. Employees were leaving left and right due to crunch time, and the game was set to release in mid-2009, which turned out to be a little too optimistic considering the situation the studio was in. L.A. Noire is an amazing game, but it's an absolute miracle that it's even playable. The Laramie gang leader from Red Dead Redemption 2 is voiced by Mason Hensley. Many believed it to be Stephen Ogg, the voice of Trevor Phillips, but Stephen confirmed that he did not voice the gang leader from Red Dead Redemption 2. In GTA San Andreas, it's revealed early on that Big Smoke and Ryder are working with a rival gang. However, the main protagonist CJ only mentions Smoke betraying Grove Street in the cutscenes. Also, during the mission Drive-By, Ryder is still shooting at the Ballas while Smoke isn't.
Why you ain't blasting, Smoke? I'll shoot him when I'm done. Eat it up a little. Put stuff in your motherfucking mouth.
We gotta talk about it.
We all gotta talk about it. They was going for sweet. How you supposed to know that? You know what people are like. Say they have love for you, but won't say a word. Too damn scared. Some people say they saw a green saber doing the work.
Well, it's not necessarily true that Ryder wasn't supposed to betray Grove Street, but very late into development, they made it so he betrays the gang earlier, explaining the strange appearance of him in the cutscene before. This iceberg was created 9 months ago as of this video, so the tweet that the chart is referring to is not the same one that is probably coming to your minds. In June of 2020, after the outrageous announcement of GTA 5 for the 3rd time, Elon Musk tweeted this tweet clowning on Rockstar for releasing the same game 3 times. Elon was also laughed at by the internet nearing the end of 2023 when the GTA 6 trailer came out. He tweeted out to everybody in the world that he tried to play GTA 5, but just couldn't do it because he had to kill police officers. It's not necessarily that what he said was wrong. I think each to their own. It's just that Elon is somebody who is constantly talking about how soft society has gone, and then he says he can't kill some people in a video game. Practice what you preach, man. Jan2295 was a really reliable insider for Rockstar Games information. Many believe him to be an ex-Rockstar employee. Shortly after making his website, Jan2295.com, Take-Two Interactive forced him to stop leaking information, and according to his Twitter bio, he was cool before Take-Two told him to shut up. In the hearts of us Rockstar Games enthusiasts, though, Jan will never be forgotten. Midnight Club still cancelled Saws. This translates to Midnight Club still cancelled sorry. This phrase was originated from a YouTuber known as Black Panther, who started a Midnight Club Let's Play but never bothered to finish it, leading to what is Midnight Club is still cancelled sorry. GTA 5's pause menu music is very calming and sounds suspiciously close to Panama from the Max Payne 3 soundtrack. Just listen to the two. Some videos have been made remixing the two into one song. I don't think that GTA 5's pause menu theme was a remix, but I think it drew a lot of inspiration from Panama. In GTA 5, if the player dials 1-999-367-3767, it will connect the player to a caller known as black cell phones. An explosion will then occur right above the protagonist's head. It will also change the phone's theme to black and gray, which otherwise can't be done. Some have linked this number to cut content because included with the cheat code is a mission called Ojasad, but the mission doesn't exist in the game, leading players to believe it must have been used at some other time. GTA 5 is riddled with unsolved mysteries, and this is just one of many. Lindsay Lohan is an American actress who sued Rockstar Games shortly after GTA 5 came out because of the character that resembles her appearance, Lacey Jonas. In one mission, you save her from the paparazzi, and she complains to the player about her life as a celebrity in Vinewood. In 2018, she lost the lawsuit against Rockstar, but who knows, maybe the legendary Florida Joker will take down Rockstar once and for all after what they did to Lindsay Lohan. The Strange Man is a character in Red Dead Redemption 1 who knows exactly who the protagonist is and his history. When John approaches him, he also says that he's been waiting for him, as if he knew John would be passing through that area. He instructs John on many missions to carry out good deeds to the people, while also testing his morality. The last time John sees him, he shoots the Strange Man 3 times, but the bullets pass right through him. Many have theorized this character to be God himself, testing John Marston's morality.
Hello, John. John Marston.
Do I know you?
I hope so. I seem to know you. Welcome to Nuevo Paraiso, John.
Where do I know you from?
You're famous, John. You're a man who decided right and wrong. Between a man and death. Between a man and his wife.
And who are you?
You know, I admire you, John. I hope my boy turns out just like you.
For your sake, I hope he don't.
You kill people so easily, yet you respect the vows of marriage. That's very curious.
I'll let the appropriate authorities judge my morality, friend.
See you around, cowboy.
Damn you!
Yes, many have.
Grand Theft Auto was originally meant to be a cops and robbers video game, but the developers realized playing as the cops wasn't fun and everybody would always choose to play as the robbers, so they made a whole game based around playing as criminals. The game was originally titled Race and Chase, but was changed to what we know today as Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5 has had many changes during its development. Even in the trailers, you can notice differences in Franklin and Michael's appearance. While in these shots of GTA 5, you can see the GTA 4 type minimap and how the game has a lot more vegetation than it did in the final build. This is most likely because they needed to optimize the game for the ancient Xbox and PS3 hardware at the time, but it's interesting to look at these screenshots today and spot the differences. Agent was a PlayStation 3 exclusive announced in 2009. It would take players around the world in the shoes of, you guessed it, a secret agent. This excited a lot of people, and fans eagerly waited for its release, but release date never came. Rockstar hasn't addressed Agent since the announcement, but it's safe to assume the project was canned. Unofficially confirmed concept art and screenshots have been leaked to the public, but any real juicy concrete information is unknown. Agent will forever be a mystery, but most of all, a missed opportunity. Many thought that GTA Definitive Edition was Rockstar's first poor experience with remasters, but that's not true. For the 10th anniversary of San Andreas, Rockstar released unplayable versions of the game to the Xbox 360 and PS3. To this day, they are the worst versions of the game to play. There are actually bugs in the game that make it impossible to complete if you don't go on Reddit and see specifically how to do the mission without triggering a game crash. Say what you want about the Definitive Editions, but these are objectively way worse. It's true. GTA Vice City initially began as an expansion for 3. However, the project became way bigger than they thought it would, and they decided to make it its own game. That's why you can... Sorry, my girlfriend's calling me. That's why you can still somewhat see GTA 3's skeleton in the game. It truly is impressive they made it all in 1 year, though. In the expanded and enhanced versions of Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar removed some transphobic content from the game, including the drag queens that would spawn outside cockatoos. Many have expressed their opinion on the subject, believing it's progressive, and others believing it's unnecessary. Now you guys may be asking, well Justin, what's your opinion on this highly controversial topic? And I actually feel very strongly about this. You see, Above Fort Carson in GTA San Andreas, there's a floating Enix marker like there would be in front of any enterable door in the game. Well, if you walk into the Enix marker, it teleports you to an unused burglary house, and there are a few other sky doors in the game. It's certainly an interesting Easter egg, but most likely an accident left by the developers. The Gator Keys was a cut location from Vice City that would have been GTA's version of the Florida Keys. Avery Carrington mentions the Gator Keys in a cut line of dialogue, but if you look at the beta map, no such location exists. It was most likely cut early on in development, but in the GTA 6 trailer we could see the Gator Keys clear as ever, so it will be featured in GTA 6. After GTA 4's enormous success, Saints Row 2 made fun of it in its trailer. A big part of GTA 4 is spending time with your friends, whether it's bowling, darts, pool, and other things you do in real life. Saints Row 2 mocked GTA 4's gameplay and used it to build the reputation of its own game. To this day, Saints Row 2 is beloved by many, even though the PC port is absolutely abysmal.
Would you rather go bowling or steal a septic truck and spray loads of sewage on pedestrians?
The Donkey Lady is a woman that can be found in New Austin in Red Dead Redemption 2. While she has the body of a human, she's also rocking the head of a donkey. The protagonist can journal about her saying, "What was this poor thing? Who would do such a thing to any creature?" Judging by this journal entry, you can clearly tell that Arthur Morgan has never watched Full Metal Alchemist. 4 years ago, Rockstar Games posted a picture on their story of a younger LeBron James with a copy of GTA Vice City in front of him. It's a really cool photo that gives a warm and nostalgic feeling. Just seeing the TV remotes and the phone really shows that 2002 vibe.
Yellow car!
Taxis play a major role in GTA 4. Nico's cousin runs a cab company, you can drive people around to make money, and it's also just a great way to get around the city. Well, if Nico is intoxicated, instead of yelling taxi, he will yell,
Yellow car!
Tyler, the creator, played the role of a pedestrian in GTA 5, and he was credited as Tyler Mr. Hot Sauce Haley Wolf 2010. A couple of his songs are also featured in the in-game radio. There's really not much to say, but it's interesting that he did some voice acting in the game nonetheless. The third entry to the Max Payne series was going to be set in Russia, but early on in development, the team decided to change the location to Brazil. While Max Payne would have been awesome in Russia, I am really happy about the Brazil location from the final game. GTA San Andreas had 3 major cities that you could explore, and in between those key locations was desert and forest. The variety in San Andreas' map made it a massive technological achievement at the time, and 4 years later when GTA 4 released, the game's map was only 1 city. GTA 4 is still much more technologically impressive than San Andreas, but many wonder why the only areas you can explore are within Liberty City. Well, Yon2295 revealed some interesting information about GTA 4 in 2021, linking an early sketch of what the game was going to look like. Liberty City was always there, but there was also an explorable area outside of the city. At the end of the day, I'm really happy with how GTA 4 turned out. I like the concrete jungle vibe of the game, and I feel that an explorable area outside of the city would take away from that feeling. Make sure you have a snack or something next to you, because this entry is a long one. Jack Thompson is a lawyer who believes video games to be the cause of violence in the real world. In 2003, there was a murderer who played a lot of Grand Theft Auto 3, and Jack concluded that GTA inspired him to carry out his actions. In another case in 2003, 2 teenage stepbrothers pleaded guilty but said their actions were inspired by GTA. The stepbrothers tried to sue Take-Two Interactive, and Jack Thompson joined in the lawsuit. I've heard the argument before that violent video games cause violence, therefore they should be banned. In my opinion, I believe this argument is incredibly black and white. If I am a mentally ill individual that makes incredibly impulsive decisions and shows signs of psychopathic behavior, when I go to watch a movie where a guy kills somebody, and I leave saying to myself, "Wow, that was awesome! I'm gonna do the same thing!" That's not the movie's fault, that's my fault. GTA is more than just killing people, it's a message about the modern world. Red Dead Redemption 2, while being a violent video game, literally changed my outlook on life and morality. Just because a few people did something because they were inspired by media, doesn't mean everybody else is going to as well. Well, to respond to Jack Thompson's constant attempts to ban the Grand Theft Auto series, after all, Jack Thompson even wrote a letter to Strauss Zelnick's mom, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, saying he shouldn't be allowed to sell GTA games. Rockstar put a mission in Grand Theft Auto 4 called Final Interview, where Nico heads to a lawyer's office to assassinate him. When Nico pulls out his gun, the lawyer says Jack Thompson's iconic line. So Tom Goldberg, the lawyer in GTA 4, is 100% a parody of Jack Thompson.
I just need to take another look. Get myself reacquainted with your experience. You're standing. That's a power play. I like it. Whoa, hold on a second there, friend. We're lawyers. We don't need guns. Strong move, though, I gotta say. I like that style. I'm all about the Second Amendment. Guns don't kill people. Video games do.
The Game Changers was a movie in 2015 about the legal feud between the Hauser brothers and Jack Thompson. Goes to show how crazy this case was when an entire movie was made about it. I think it's interesting too that Sean Fontano's biography is also called Game Changer, and it makes me wonder if that was intentional or not. Beverly Johnson was the protagonist's mother from GTA San Andreas. She's killed shortly before the events of the main story, and some early sightings of her ghost started the rumor that she could be seen in CJ's house. Many players have reported seeing her ghost in the Vinewood Cemetery, but there's no concrete evidence that her ghost actually exists in the game.
I'm looking looking for naughty boys.
Jimmy Hopkins is the protagonist of Bully, and James Earl Cash is the protagonist of Manhunt, which is a game where you play as an inmate who is believed to be executed but was actually sedated and is awoken in the middle of Carcer City. From then on, James takes instructions from a mysterious man known as the Director, where he commits murders for a snuff film the director is making. So why are these two the same person? While nothing is proven, the characters do show similarities in appearance, which leads Rockstar fans to believe they may be the same person. Although, I don't think this is true. There have been many rumors going around since 2019 that Rockstar has been working on a medieval project. However, there's no concrete information to actually back this up, which is really unfortunate because as somebody who loves a good fantasy game, it sucks to hear Rockstar isn't working on one. Red Dead Redemption 2's formula would be fantastic in a fantasy setting, and especially in online mode would be great. I mean, imagine getting a squad of 4 going on a dragon hunt so you could make 3 gold septims out of the 150 it would take to buy a shitty wagon. Classic Rockstar fun. And the last thing before the next segment, another unproven fan theory. Anders Detling is the polar opposite of Max Payne, where Max lost his family and is happily retired, but Max's family was killed and left drinking and choking on painkillers. As for him being Max Payne, I suppose you could say he's alternate universe Max Payne, but not actually Max Payne. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the remakes. First-person shooters were dominating the early 2000s, with Halo carrying a console by itself and Doom paving the way for PC gaming. Rockstar wanted to capitalize on this new market and began working on a first-person mode for GTA 3's PC port. However, it was cut from the final version. Vice City was also supposed to have a first-person mode, but unfortunately, that was cut out of the game as well. Back in 2020, there were reports worldwide of players finding a mysterious bald man in the Reddit Online servers. This man was sporting all black and was invincible. The man started appearing in the servers shortly after Dan Houser's departure, so many believe that the mysterious bald man was Dan Houser, watching over the servers until the very end. Red Dead Revolver was the first entry in the Red Dead series, but it was actually intended to be a spiritual successor to Gunsmoke, the arcade title. Capcom, the company behind Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, and many others, canceled the project in 2002, and shortly after, Rockstar purchased the rights to Red Dead and expanded on Revolver. That's why Red Dead Revolver is more untraditional and arcade-like compared to Rockstar's other titles. In GTA 5, if you go up near the cable car station on Mount Chiliad, you can find this mysterious face on the mountain. The reason why it's here is completely unknown. However, the face looks a lot like Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. And again, for some unknown reason, the face was changed into a rooster in the expanded and enhanced version. In the downtown Vice City ammunition wall, there's a strange picture that the player isn't supposed to see. You can access it by performing the first-person glitch. The picture appears to be of Ronald Reagan shooting Mikhail Gorbachev. The reason why this is in the game is unknown, but it's interesting that Rockstar put it in. It really was a different era of Rockstar, because I can't imagine them doing something like this now. Fake information about GTA has been a thing since cavemen learned to start a fire. Before San Andreas came out, a lot of people believed this screenshot was from the game. And somebody basically fooled the entire GTA 6 speculation fanbase with this fake amusement park poster. Well, around the release of GTA 5, this video made it to YouTube and fooled a lot of people. Even by today's standards, this animation is incredibly impressive. This video was also passed as GTA 5 gameplay, which was actually gameplay from a cut PS3 exclusive called 8 Days. Everybody knows about GTA Online and how it works.
I don't keep a record.
But what if I told you that there was a canceled multiplayer mode called Grand Theft Auto 5 Multiplayer? The multiplayer mode would function similar to GTA 4's online. You'd access it through a menu, and the gameplay was a blend between cops and crooks and Own the City. You could choose between a Vagos gang member, a biker, or a police officer, and each respective group would go around the map trying to claim territory and take over Los Santos. I wish this game mode was added to GTA Online, but I suppose canceling the idea was technically the best decision Rockstar's ever made, considering the decision raked in billions of dollars. And GTA 6 probably wouldn't have the rumored budget of $2 billion without GTA Online's influence. It's true, GTA 6 is the first three-dimensional game to have a female protagonist. The last GTA game to include a female protagonist was the GTA port on the Game Boy Color, where you could play as Candy or Gretchen. I suppose GTA Online was the last GTA game to include a female protagonist, but I don't think online characters count. After all, if I'm a woman in GTA Online, I don't feel like I'm playing as a woman or a man. I feel like I'm playing as a hollow psychopath, similar to Cloud from GTA 3. GTA Online protagonist isn't a man. They're a monster. Matt Callender died right before the events of the main story in Red Dead Redemption 2. Not much is known about the character, but a lot of fans are eagerly anticipating Red Dead Redemption 3, and believe that Matt Callender could be the protagonist. Personally, no! There should not be a Red Dead Redemption 3. Red Dead Redemption 2 provided much needed context for the first game, and the first game concluded the story. Red Dead Redemption is a tragic tale of consequences, and a game that was set before the gang's downfall just isn't necessary. I think Red Dead as a series should continue, but with a new concept in the next one. Redemption, in my opinion, has concluded perfectly. Trying to expand on an already perfect story is a massive risk that I don't think should be taken. The GTA 4 trailer went live on March 29th, 2007. Millions of people were excited about GTA 4. After all, we've seen in the last few months the scope of a GTA announcement. Well, because of the enormous amount of traffic heading to watch the trailer, the website crashed. Somebody on 4chan posted the link to the trailer. However, it redirected people towards Rick Ashley's Never Gonna Give You Up. After the colossal prank, a lot of people started using the Rickroll as a prank as well, giving us the iconic meme we have today. Mr. Moffat was a character meant to appear in GTA Vice City, however, he got cancelled somewhere in development. His character's last name is the same as Dan and Sam Houser's mom's last name, that being Geraldine Moffat. Kid Kirby was said to be developed around 1994 to 1995 by Rockstar Games, but at the time they were known as DMA Design, and they were working for Nintendo. DMA was developing a Kirby spin-off designed for an even younger audience titled Kid Kirby. Development on the project was cancelled because it was taking too long, and then DMA made Grand Theft Auto. Maybe Rockstar got tired of developing happy comfy games like Kirby and swore to never make a happy feel-good game again, forming what they are today. Now that's what I call a villain backstory. Darkle was a scrapped character from GTA 3 who would give the characters side missions. According to the design document of GTA 3, he would reward the player with various things, such as special weapons, new areas of Liberty City, or something like a flattened cat. Darkle would give the player missions to kill pedestrians, and that's one of the reasons he was cut. Because while you can kill pedestrians in GTA, it's not what the game encourages you to do. In fact, it actually puts you at a major disadvantage and slows you down if you're trying to enjoy the game. This character is certainly creepy, but I think he would have fit perfectly in GTA 3 due to its sad, gritty environment. One more little fun fact I want to mention, there was a rumor being spread that one of the missions he would give you involved blowing up buses filled with school children inside, and Rockstar confirmed in a Q&A that the rumor is fake and was never in the game. Although it was a funny rumor. There are a lot of places around the world where Grand Theft Auto is banned, making it one of the most bootlegged games in history. To avoid detection, the games will usually have photoshopped box art, and it's really interesting to see what these burned copies look like. An article written in 2017 by Aaron Garantier talks about the bootlegged copies of Grand Theft Auto, including GTA Dubai City, that changed all of the radio stations to Arabic music, changed the game's intro to his tourist video of Dubai, and changes CJ to a bugged white American skin. Night Ride FM was a cancelled radio station that was supposed to be in GTA 5, hosted by DJ Kavitsky. It was confirmed in 2012, but never ended up in the final release. The radio station would play 1980s synth music, or music that resembled the nostalgic melodies around that time. Los Santos at night is a perfect setting for that kind of music, so I don't understand why they didn't add it to the game, especially because some of GTA 5's radio stations are, in my opinion, unnecessary, and Night Ride FM sounds a lot more appetizing than some of the other options. But hey, at least we got non-stop pop. Bully is a game about conflict at Bulworth Academy. There is obviously a lot of bullying, and a lot of that behavior would come from a rough home life. So in Bully, you can hear women screaming, plates being shattered, and babies crying to remind the player of the kind of town they're in and where the kids at Bulworth have grown up.
Maybe you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick.
In GTA 5, there are 3 endings, Kill Trevor, Kill Michael, or Death Wish, that lets all 3 protagonists live while taking out every threat in the game. It's a feel-good ending that fits GTA 5's vibe, vibe. But did you know that according to some of the GTA 5 code, Franklin was supposed to die in Ending C? He would have been replaced by his friend Lamar Davies as the protagonist in the epilogue. Cloud Speed is the protagonist of GTA 3. Although he was the main character of the most innovative Grand Theft Auto game ever made, he was not the first protagonist to speak. He's silent throughout the entire story, but in the first trailer for the game, Cloud is heard saying, "Get out of the car!" as he's throwing a pedestrian out of the driver's seat. However, Rockstar themselves debunked this in a Q&A, saying that the line was fake and was added onto the trailer on a later date. Also in the same Q&A, just because it's interesting, look at the GTA 3 script next to the GTA 4 script. Wow. Grand Theft Auto 64 was going to be a port of the PlayStation 1 title to Nintendo's console. However, it was cancelled before ever being shown to the public. This is just a fan theory, but some believe that Tony Cipriani killed CJ from GTA San Andreas because CJ betrayed Tony's boss, Salvatore. Some believe this is how Tony gained Salvatore's approval. So, you've made it to the bottom of the iceberg, where the most obscure and occasionally grim information resides. I'd like to take this time as a little breather, and you can skip it if you want, but this channel just hit 1 million views, and that's absolutely crazy to me. I remember uploading videos to the internet since I was 11 years old and just always doing it for fun because it's what I love to do. And it's a dream come true that I have a group of people now that actually watch my videos, and it's pretty incredible. Thank you guys so much for showing support to the channel and commenting, because it's been an absolute blast. I want to make videos till the day I die, so thank you so much for all of the support you guys have shown. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Back to the bottom of the iceberg. In 2005, there was a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Rockstar Games because of the belief that months of Grand Theft Auto non-stop could lead to violence in the real world. A teenager who played excessive amounts of Grand Theft Auto went on a murder rampage and killed 3 people, 2 of which being police officers. Prior to the murder spree, Moore had no criminal history, and attorney Jack Thompson believed he used video games to practice his rampage. After his arrest, Moore allegedly told the police, "Life is like a video game. Everybody's gotta die sometime." Mission 64 of Bully is called Showdown at the Plant. In that mission, Jimmy fights Edgar Munson. Well, in the actual game, if Jimmy loses the fight, he just gets knocked out and restarts the mission. But while the game was in development, if Jimmy lost the fight, Edgar would have thrown him into the acid pit, burning him to death. A few lines of dialogue have been discovered that Edgar would have said to him. "That burns, doesn't it? Poor little Jimmy, taking an acid bath. Nothing like a chemical peel for your skin, huh, Jimmy?" This was removed because it violated ESRB's teen rating, and they wanted Bully to be accessible for all ages, since GTA is a game intended for adults. Nothing is known about a potential third entry to the Manhunt series. Manhunt 1 and 2 were extremely controversial and were banned in many countries. Also, a new Manhunt would not sell nearly as well as a new Bully or Max Payne game. So in reality, a new Manhunt just isn't in Rockstar's best interest and will probably never happen. At the end of 2020, an Ontario woman was going on a crime spree, and one of the places she hit was the Toronto location for Rockstar Games. She stole roughly $66,000 worth of equipment, and luckily nothing about their projects got leaked to the public. It's pretty crazy that something like this happened, but luckily no major setbacks happened because of it. We Are the Mods was going to be a spiritual successor for the Warriors. Many confuse it to be a sequel, but that's not the case. Rockstar didn't want to pay for the licensing of a new Warriors game since it was based off the movie that was based off the book. The game was going to be called We Are the Mods because it was based off of the 1960s Mods versus Rockers feud in Britain. The project was cancelled, and many believe the reason to be Rockstar Toronto had to help development with Manhunt 2 instead. Purgatory in Catholic belief is the middle ground between heaven and hell. Most people go to purgatory, and there they go through the process of making it into heaven. Well, as cool as Nico Bellic in Purgatory sounds, it's just a fan theory. The only thing I could find about it was a Reddit post where OP compares GTA 4 to ancient mythology, where many believe the arrival to Purgatory to be via ferry, similar to how Nico arrives to Liberty City on a boat. Nico also encounters a man who employs criminals and instructs them to carry out justice. He also mentions how there's literally no way way to escape Liberty City, seeing as it's surrounded by water, and if you attempt to fly out, the game doesn't let you. It's an interesting theory, however, Rockstar probably didn't intend to make those connections. The San Andreas Golf Patch was a mod that would take the player around the map looking for missing people in the game who were actually missing people in real life. However, the mod was confirmed to be a hoax created by a lost media YouTuber. Mr. Nasty is the overarching antagonist of Manhunt. He's a fascinating character because of the mystery behind him. He's only ever seen wearing a hockey mask, and he's the brains behind the snuff operation the main protagonist is forced to work for. It's believed that he was a Hood's gang member before he went anonymous, and many believe because he's a black market weapon salesman, he's the one providing the murder weapons across the levels. But besides connecting the dots, this character is certainly a terrifying entity. The Mad Preacher's name in the Red Dead Redemption 2 game files is John the Baptizing Madman. He's clearly inspired by the biblical legend John the Baptist, who lived in the woods and baptized the people in rivers, explaining why the Mad Preacher is always in the middle of a river. He is always heard begging God for a sign and panicking how they come for him. The they he's referring to is clearly the Rockstar development team. He's found himself trapped in a game world where everything revolves around the player. He even asks the player if he's the sign from God, but he's too mad to understand the situation he's in. It's really interesting that Rockstar put a self-aware NPC in Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think meta subjects are difficult to write without seeming cheesy or pretentious, but I believe this was done perfectly. At the end of Manhunt, James Earl Cash carries out his revenge and lets the news reporter live. It's said she was sent to a mental hospital because nobody believed her when she said James Earl Cash is still alive. Grand Theft Auto 3 was a massive hit, so naturally Rockstar wanted to expand and bring it to handheld systems. While development for the Game Boy Advanced version was an absolute mess. Development got handed over to another company, they kept canceling ideas, including a multiplayer mode, but like many Rockstar titles on this list, it was canned. I think it's interesting that the game was being developed by Crawfish Interactive, and in Red Dead Online, there's a gang member sporting the same name. Spider Madison did the voice lines of Uncle from Red Dead Redemption, and there's a lot of mystery surrounding this man because virtually nothing is known about him. There was a picture in 2020 of him with a fan proving he's alive and well, but other than that, the man's an enigma. He did play a role in the major picture Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. However, he was just acting as a Turkish prisoner. To this day, nobody really knows where Spider Madison is, but we can only hope he's taking it easy and not worsening his terminal lumbago. Strange Man is a Rockstar Games enthusiast who digs deep into their games, whether it's a mystery or an analysis. Some believe him to be a Rockstar developer because of his extensive knowledge on the games. However, nothing has been proven. I kind of wonder if GTA Series Videos is a Rockstar developer though, or at least he's connected with Rockstar in some way. I remember when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, he was one of the people that was able to play the game early, but I suppose he could have just been given an early copy like some other YouTubers at the time. A very in-depth theory about Red Dead Redemption 2's story was posted on Reddit 4 years ago by user Evergreen Realms. It talked about the connection regarding Dan Houser's departure and the message of Red Dead Redemption 2. First off, Leopold Strauss from the game is very similar to Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive. They share a name, and they both started up their careers in New York as well. Red Dead Redemption 2 is about the death of the Wild West, and how there isn't a place for the gang anymore. When the law's coming down on them, they just can't get away with what they once did. And you could argue this was Dan's perspective of Rockstar having to change according to Take-Two's policies. Arthur is dying, and the reason he got the sickness in the first place was because of a request he carried out for Leopold Strauss. Perhaps the theme of something ending in Red Dead Redemption 2 was Dan Houser's last word before he left the company for good. And if the story really is a message against Take-Two, that would be truly brilliant, like Dan Houser always was. So yes, that concludes the Rockstar Games Iceberg. Again, special thanks for Zealous for letting me use his iceberg chart. This video took a really long time to make, and personally, I feel it was totally worth it. Most importantly though, let me know your Rockstar fun fact that you think not everyone will know. Of course, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and make sure to have a good one.